All you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. You're listening to the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 9th of January. Let's start with the top news. Investors seemingly heaved a sigh of relief that was palpable across markets. This after President Donald Trump backed away from the precipice of war with Iran. You probably already know this, but tensions were high yesterday after Iran attacked US bases in Iraq with missiles in retaliation to the killing of one of its top generals by the US last week. Last night, in a televised address, Trump defended the US strike on Qasem Soleimani, and he began by saying that he would impose new sanctions on Iran. He also said that Iran wouldn't have a nuclear weapon as long as he was president. But he also offered the country's regime a diplomatic opening. Any new nuclear deal, he said, must allow Iran to thrive and prosper and take advantage of its enormous untapped potential. He said Iran could be a great country. Oil sank the most in 3 months after Trump's apparent de-escalation of the conflict. Brent crude, which spiked to almost $72 to the barrel immediately after Iran's attack, was back at $65.8 to the barrel last I checked. The 3 equity averages in the US ended with gains of 0.5% or more, and the 3 early rises in Asia-Pacific region have all begun strongly positive. On to news from back home. State Bank of India has introduced a real estate financing product which offers loans of up to 400 crore rupees to reputed real estate developers and also a guarantee to home buyers in case the projects get stuck. This is aimed at houses which cost up to 2.5 crore rupees and will be open to projects across 10 major cities in the country. The guarantee will be part of a tripartite agreement between SBI, the developer, and the home buyer. The bank will fund the project and also extend the home loan necessary to buy the house. If the project is stuck for more than the specified period of time, which is likely to be around 18 months from the signing of the agreement, the bank will refund the home buyer for all the money that they have spent on the house. For more details and the rationale behind such a product, do check out the story on the website bloombergquint.com. In other news, the National Company Law Tribunal yesterday warned Jet Airways Committee of Creditors of contempt proceedings if they do not release interim funds to the resolution professional by the 20th of January for the completion of insolvency proceedings. The Competition Commission of India has said that companies like Amazon.com, Flipkart, Swiggy, Zomato and Oyo must regulate themselves on aspects such as search ranking, data collection, discounting and revision of contract terms with sellers. Now, this next update came in around the close of market hours yesterday, but in case you missed it, the government has amended the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act to ensure smooth transition of the iron ore mining leases that are expiring this year without delay. All statutory clearances, including those related to the environment of the outgoing leaseholder, will be deemed transferred to the new leaseholders, which will be valid for a period of 2 years, according to the amended law. In some more international news, Carlos Ghosn, who made headlines recently for his daring escape to Lebanon after more than a year in Japan's justice system, including months locked in a cell, has accused Japanese prosecutors, government officials and Nissan executives of conspiring to topple him to prevent a further integration of the Japanese carmaker with Renault. Ghosn named former Nissan Chief Executive Officer Hiroto Saikawa, Hitoshi Kawaguchi and Masakazu Toyoda as among those involved in the plot against him. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning Darshan, how are we looking at the start of trade today?
Hi Alex, good morning. Good morning everyone. Seems that we will be off to a very good start post what happened with the global cues that came in. The US markets did manage to move up in trade. Asia is doing extremely well and the SGX Nifty is indicating close to a 100-point uptick currently. In terms of stocks to watch, Kotak Bank will be in focus. The Kotak Bank versus RBI case will be there in the Bombay High Court that will come up for hearing today. The case is relating to Kotak Mahindra Bank on meeting the promoter shareholding norm. Bharti Airtel will be in focus. They have launched a QIP to raise 14,400 crores at an indicative floor price of 435, which is a discount of almost 5%. The QIP will lead to an equity dilution of 6.1% on an expanded equity base. The proceeds from the issue will be used for the payments of AGR dues, to pay debt and for all general corporate purposes. The company will also be raising close to $1 billion via issue of foreign convertible bonds, and the promoter and of the company, that is Bharti Telecom, Singtel and the other group entities, are not eligible to participate. SBI has launched the residential builder finance loans with the buyer guarantee. The bank has signed an MOU with Suntech Realty for financing 3 residential projects. So that's the first one that's come in this scheme. Adani Green Energy gave the third quarter update. The third quarter solar PAF was 97.3% versus 99.2% last year. The wind portfolio capacity utilization factor was at 21.5% versus 8.33%. Now for solar, the reduction in average portfolio plant availability was seen due to waterlogging as a result of heavy rainfall. Strides Pharma Sciences will be in focus. Dr. R. Ananthanarayan has been appointed the new MD and CEO of the company with effect from January. The company's founder and ex-CMD Arun Kumar will become the chairman from effect of 1st of April. Macquarie says this is the second instance of Mr. Kumar taking a backseat, and he will focus on Stelis, which is the injectable arm of the company. Harita Seating, in terms of the bulk deal, 3 Sigma Global Fund acquired 3.6 lakh shares via a bulk deal. LCI Estates was the seller. GTPL Hathway and Emami Paper Mills will be reporting their numbers today. And in brokerages, UBS has downgraded Motherson Sumi to a neutral from a buy, but raised the target price to 155 from the earlier 140. The recent uptick in share price is factoring in all the positive. HSBC's raised the target price of Finolex Industries to 710 from the earlier 680 on higher net profit estimates, and Citi maintains a sell on ICICI Securities but raised the target price to 350 from the earlier 200 post the share price rally. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you in this podcast. But as always, let me remind you, there's a lot more on the website bloombergquint.com that you should check out over the course of the day. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.